Hey everyone. So I've been away for a little bit and I'm back and I'm going to be doing a number of videos today. And the first one is going to be on the Witch's Creed. So I kind of want to break that down a little bit and go through what the Witch's Creed is and what it stands for, what it represents. I think a lot of times when we start to do our research, when we are interested in following this path, there's a lot of information available to us, but there really isn't um, too much information that kind of breaks it down on what it means to make it a little bit easier to understand in what we are following and then how we apply that to our lives. So I do have my note. It helps me focus a little bit. So the Witch's Creed. What is the Witch's Creed? It is to know, to dare, to will, to keep silent. These are the four words of the maggots. In order to dare, we must know. In order to will, we must dare. We must will to possess empire. To reign, we must be silent. So, I'm just looking at my notes. So I'm going to go through each one and kind of break it down and, you know, just kind of explain what each one means, at least to me. To know. We must free our minds and clear them of useless clutter, garbage, and worn out notions. Because really, if we have certain programs that we have like installed in our brain as children, and when we follow this path, it is important that we clear a lot of those programs, especially if they have a negative pattern or something like that. So it is really is important to free your mind and really open up that space to reach your full potential. Only then can we open them to accept the gifts of knowledge and truth, the gifts of the ancients that await us. We all have the ability to tap into this information that we have just lying within us. And we have so many questions, and we go on this journey, this path seeking answers. And along this path, we come to the realization that as we learn different things about the path and about ourselves, we realize that the answers are really, we already know them. It's just a matter of really, opening ourselves up to receive these answers, to receive that information and kind of tap into it. So the next one is to dare. We must dare to overcome our own personal ignorance and outdated beliefs. Only then will we gain the personal strength necessary to walk the path of the craft. This is important. Anybody who says they don't have any level of ignorance or an outdated belief or something that kind of it's like I said before, a negative program that we have installed in us. Nobody reaches that level of pureness. After all, we are human. So, we have to really reevaluate ourselves and tap in and really get to know ourselves, and then we have to dare to overcome those, to challenge those notions and this personal ignorance that we have. So this is another step in practicing the craft, is really getting in touch with who we are and challenging anything that does not enhance our growth. And the next one is to will. Without personal will, our magic comes to naught. In order for our efforts to reach success, we must want our goals so badly that we become one with them. This is important. And this is with every aspect of life, whether you practice the craft or follow a certain particular path or not. We have to want something really badly in order to make room in our lives for it. So that is to will, to make the space, to create that drive, to want it so badly that we will do everything in our path to follow this journey and to make it happen for us. Kind of follows along the lines of law of attraction. And the last one is to keep silent. And this is a twofold matter. First, we must acquire the trait of inner peace and quiet, and cultivate it well within ourselves. Only then can we hear the messages of the gods, or hear the truth within. And the second matter is a mundane one. Unfortunately, bigoted, frightened people still live in our world, and we must understand that those who do not wish to be educated will not be. For that reason, silence is often necessary to protect ourselves and the way of the craft. So, as far as the first part of that is, we have to acquire this inner peace, because the first half of that and the second half of that, they really blend into one aspect, because when we live in a world that people judge us for what we do and the path that we follow, us as human beings may want to react to that judgment. And we have to find that peace within ourselves to follow a path, to be completely comfortable with who we are, and know that their opinion is not needed for our growth. So just keep moving forward, and just understand that you are creating this divine being within yourself. No opinion is needed. So just keep making that space for these blessings in your life, and clear your mind and bring in personal peace and personal growth. And as far as anybody else who has a bigoted, judgmental attitude towards your path, just, for me personally, I don't go screaming from the rooftops that I'm a witch, or a Wiccan, but I'm not embarrassed of the fact, and I wear my pentacle proudly every single day, and I don't vocalize. I'm not out there with a sign, or just telling people when I meet them, like, hey, this is who I am. But if the opportunity comes to me where I can maybe possibly have a chance to educate someone, I will try. And if I do not get through to them, then so be it. But that's just my personal take on it. But I do believe that in this world, especially depending on where you live, because there are certain parts of the world where being a witch, the punishment is death. Still, in the world that we live in today. So being silent is very important in certain parts of the world. So, but that is the Witch's Creed, and I hope it was helpful for all of you. And I will be starting a little mini series on things like the most popular herbs, which I think there's like, let me see how many there are. The most popularly used herbs, there's 9 of them. And then, so it'll be like a little series, because it's going to be herbs, and it's going to be stones, trees, and flowers. So, because I think that is, herbs you can be a kitchen witch. You can cook with these things and create magic in your kitchen. So, and then planting in the spring, and so on and so forth. So you can manifest magic all throughout your life, and every season, and every month, every day. So, thank you, and I will see you soon.